Life is a divine gift that is never rescinded. April 19, 2015. Good morning, dear Saul. Thanks for your last message. If you wish to commune, I am here intending to be ready to receive, although feeling tired, and who isn't? Good morning, dear John. Thank you for calling. Your tiredness is not just lack of sleep last night, but is also a result of the enormous change in energies that are raining down on Earth to renew your bodies in preparation for the rapidly approaching moment of ascension. No, you are not making this up. I am passing it to you so that you can make allowances for your tiredness instead of judging yourself. This is a time of intense activity as the last remaining aspects of humanity's ascension awakening process are completed, so that your ascension can move forwards rapidly and smoothly and bring you all the benefits that have been promised for so long. Well, that's what we are all hoping for, so let's make it happen. You are making it happen, so do not let tiredness, perhaps even exhaustion, weaken your resolve to bring it to fruition. You have the strength, the power, and the divine support to achieve your aims. Remake that intent frequently and maintain it, because that is why you incarnated. Before you arrived on Earth as humans this time around, you knew what was involved, and you also knew that you would succeed, that failure was not an option, that it was in fact utterly impossible, and deep within yourselves you know this. When doubts, depression, or anxiety arise, ask us for help. We are here to support you in every moment. Your requests to us, your prayers, and your complaints are all heard and acknowledged. If you did not know that the divine plan would be achieved, you would have long ago given up the work of bringing it into being. Being human, you experience up and down moods because they are part of the illusory state of separation that you are experiencing. And one of the reasons you are experiencing those ups and downs is so that you can empathize with those you are on Earth to help awaken. Nothing has been left to chance, because this is a divine plan that is being brought perfectly to its timely conclusion, and chance is not part of the plan. All is perfectly on schedule, as it always has been. It is just that in the illusion, that sense of certainty, that inner knowing, is hard for you to access in every moment. Remind yourselves frequently that the divine will is always perfectly achieved, as it must be because there are no other options, and relax into that inner knowing as love fills every space within you from which you have removed thoughts and intentions that are not in perfect harmony with it. God's infinite and intense love for you is completely beyond your human understanding. Just accept that and continue to hold your light on high, where it is needed, because that truly is your will, which is always aligned with God's. Every single person on Earth at this moment is engaged in humanity's spiritual evolution, and chose to take part in the awakening as it happens. But vast numbers have indeed forgotten their purpose, and often wonder if there is even any true purpose to human life, apart from the ego-driven intent, to be number one, better than anyone else. And if that is not possible, because they see themselves as not as good as, or not good enough, then their intent can change and become an intent to drag others down to their own perceived level of misery and inadequacy. The illusion has been in operation for many eons, swinging between periods when the welfare of all was a priority, and periods when one powerful ego attempted to enslave all others to his will. As a result, many have karmic residues that they need to detach from, to make room in their hearts for love. All have suffered over the eons because the illusion is a place that focuses on separation, abandonment, and the constant struggle to survive. Every human has experienced that, and large numbers are still undergoing that experience. It is becoming apparent to the majority that conflict and rule by authoritarian means is inhuman and insane. Many, especially the younger ones among you, are refusing to support the old ways because they see very clearly the damage that those ways have caused and are continuing to cause as large international corporations still remain largely free to despoil the planet in the interests of profit. But as you well know, there is no profit to be had in despoiling the planet which supports you, because doing that dangerously undermines her ability to do so. Consequently, all across the planet, people are uniting to change the rules that have allowed these selfish and self-destructive activities. And the rules are changing. Life is a divine gift that is never rescinded. It pervades the whole visible universe and far, far beyond. There is only life, love. All that exists has been created in love, and all form has life. There are no exceptions. You see life as movement, but your senses, as humans, have only a very limited ability to perceive other forms of life, and so in your state of limited consciousness, the state you experience while immersed in the illusion, you choose to believe that inorganic material is lifeless, dead. Over the last few hundred years, as your science has developed, it has discovered that many of its assumptions and proven facts are incorrect. Scientifically established facts are constantly being found to be only partially true, or even quite wrong. This is frequently blamed on the incompetence of previous generations, while also admitting that of course they did not have the benefit of modern technology to assist them in their quest for knowledge. However, many seem to forget that those previous generations had what was at the time cutting-edge technology available to them. It is just that the field of knowledge keeps expanding and demanding new ways of looking at things, and even new technology rapidly becomes outdated. Large numbers in each new generation seem to make the mistake of thinking they now know far better than those who went before them, and cannot conceive that they too are very likely to be proved in error from time to time. Thus they engage in activities without allowing for the possibility that enormous damage will ensue if they are wrong. And of course the evidence of that arrogance can be seen all across the world, as the continuous thoughtless harvesting of the Earth's resources frequently causes new and severe damage that the experts first said could not happen, and then said could be contained. However, that incredible arrogance is now being challenged. All over the world people are standing up and being counted. They are making it abundantly clear to those who wish to maintain the status quo that this will no longer be tolerated. Although many laws have been quietly introduced to protect large industrial conglomerates from being called to account for any damage they have caused by their operations, and to prevent their having to answer any claims against them for restitution or recompense, these utterly irresponsible laws are in truth unenforceable and will be rescinded. Great and urgently needed changes to the manner in which you live on Earth are coming into effect, which will ensure that damage already done is repaired, and that ongoing damaging industrial activities will be rapidly terminated. Much that is happening to alter your relationship with the planet, for the benefit of all humanity and for the planet herself, is not being reported by the mainstream media. Consequently, many of you have very little idea of the fantastic progress that is actually being made in cleaning up your industrial activities. The tide has turned, the balance has shifted, and the new age is coming vibrantly to life all over the world. This is a time for optimistic enthusiasm. Let go of your doubts and anxieties and remind yourselves very frequently that you do know that your awakening is imminent. When you go to your quiet inner space each day to spend essential time in prayer, contemplation, meditation, or just relaxation, open your hearts to receive the abundance of love that is being offered to you in every moment, and ask for help to feel it, to sense it, and to know that it supports you in every moment. We are with you constantly, but when you focus on your doubts and worries, your ability to feel our loving presence is severely compromised. Trust that we are with you, effectively holding your hands, and embrace the spontaneous sense of well-being that ensues. With so very much love, Saul. Channeled by John Smallman. johnsmallman.wordpress.com